Happy Halloween, everyone. Wow, you guys have been in this comment section. Hello. Those of you who watched me on YouTube got a sneak peek of what Halloween looks like to me. And now here you are watching me. So we are a little early. We're going to get started at 9:05. So let me put that on here. Actually, let me take that down. Let me put 9:05. Who's ready for a spooky recap? It's gonna be spooky, but after this, I'm gonna watch Hereditary. I feel like I want a little drinky drink. I feel like I want to tell my boss that I'm gonna be a little late for work tomorrow. I added a little extra contour right here, and now it's giving less of witch and more of just like zombie. This little boy was like, "Are you a zombie?" when I was giving out candy, and I was like, "No, but I could see why you would think that I am." You know what I'm saying? I'm picking up what you're putting down. Picking up what you're putting down. I tried to do all of my hand. It didn't all work. Okay, anyways. It should be better. Like the truth is that it could have been better. I just didn't practice first, and so I made some mistakes. Yeah, the mistakes were made. There was mistakes made. Okay? Mistakes were made. And I'm just like, had I like tried it out yesterday, and that I would have known what to do better. Like I don't think that I did my eyebrows. I don't think I put them down well enough. Um I like didn't blend because I used like look at this. You know what I'm saying? Like I did my best, but I didn't do everything the way that I was supposed to do. But thank you. I do feel fucking pretty. It's weird that you could feel so pretty when being all green. My mom was like, "Are you going to a party?" And I was like, "No. Sunday night." And I never go to parties. I always stay home for Halloween and just do my face. So thank you, Cyborg Manifesto. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I love the adoration. I love that. I feel good. And it's so funny because every time somebody would come to the door, like I'm handing out candy. So me and my dad were doing this whole thing where our front door creaks when it opens up. Which we got to get that fixed. But for Halloween, it definitely worked out. So what I would do is my dad would like hide behind the door and he would open it and it would creak, and it would go, and I would like slowly walk forward with like the bowl of candy, and I would be like, "Happy Halloween." And one kid was like, "Low key, that scared me," and I was like, "That's the point." So every year we get better. Every year we try harder. I think I'm going to put, I was out of town for a lot of this like preparation. So I think next time I'm going to be better about making sure that like my dad is good, because one year my dad was Jack Skellington. And if I can find the picture, I'll show you. I did his face as Jack Skellington that year. It was so much fun. Years, let's say 2019. Like I did better 2019 Halloween. I did half my face. 2019. Is this Jack Skellington from my dad? No. Let's try 2018. 2018, I did this like cool Dia de los Muertos where I like sat in the front door Like just like a skeleton. That wasn't the Jack Skellington year though. Okay, here we go. Let's find it. We're gonna find the Jack Skellington year. Yeah, here it is. So this year I did a much better witch. I feel like I was fully prepared for the witch and I did a good job. And that's my dad is Jack Skellington. Hey, Jack, the Pumpkin King. Let me send that to him. So we're on the phone now, and I'm just going to be sending pictures of like what Halloween's past were to the family because they want to know. But anyways, what did you guys do? Tell me what you guys did. I wish you could send me pictures. If you want to, you can send it to me on Instagram. You know, do what you got to do. Let's put 2017. Okay, let's see what I did for 2016. What I did for 2016. Oh yeah, 2016. I don't think I did anything. I don't see any. What about me? I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything for myself? No, I didn't. Rude. The cutest Tootie was there though. And he was cute. Because he's the cutest Tootie. Don's is the cutest Tootie. Don's is the cutest Tootie. 2016. Don's is the cutest Tootie. What did we do for 2015? Well, nothing. How dare I skip Halloween? Wow, no pictures from October 1st to October 26th. No pictures. That is bananas. Okay, let's go back to 2018, Halloween. It's with my coworkers. I'm going to send them a picture because they deserve it. Send this to Cash Money. Anyways, how are y'all? You turned up your nose. Oh, wow, wow. I love the green. Love you too. Thank you so much. Send this to Bree too. Oof, child, Halloween surely is my favorite. Does your iPhone ever be just trying to force you to send pictures to people that you don't want to send pictures to? It's like, why do you keep suggesting that I send pictures to this person? Like, why are they even in my why are they in my thing? It doesn't even make any sense. Okay, here, let's send this. Well, Donnie was Black Panther one year and seemingly very upset about it. That was 2019. Cancel. What are you guys saying? You are artistic and amazing. Oh, Talina. Hello, girl. What time is it? What time is it in Japan? In Japones or Nippon? What time is it in Nippon? Isn't it crazy? Okay, here's guys, little known fact. I don't know if you guys knew this, but Japan is not what the Japanese call Japan, or at least not what, I don't know, it's Nippon. Nippon. Like that is the name of Japan in Japanese, is Nippon. Oh, it's 1 p.m. Oh, good. What happened 2018? Sorry, I'm sending all my family like all of the Halloweens. Oh, 2018, I didn't really do much. Oh, it's this one. Haha. That was a fun year. What did Don's dress like? No, I don't have a picture of him. (2018). Okay, and then 2019. Did I already send this? Yeah, I did. Okay, 2020. What did we do for Halloween 2020? Me and my brother jumped a fence. Oh, I was one of the things. I was like thing 1, thing 2, or thing 3. What time is it? Okay, a couple minutes till we get started. This was a good episode. I'm watching 90 Day Fiancé now. Missed it earlier. Where are you at in it? Hi, Dolores. Hi, Antoinette. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Yazelle. Hi, Joy. Hi, Mickey. Hi, VCT. I'm like doing the worst. Hi, Corazon Chacha, or Corazon Cha. Hi, Miss T. Hi, everyone. I'm doing the worst. Like this whole like preamble has just been me like sending text messages to people. Also, I'm going to have to leave you alone again, once again, because I got to go to the bathroom. So there's that. I'm trying to get tipsy, and maybe I am, but I don't feel tipsy. I would like to feel tipsy. I'd like to feel like moving through my body. Look at this is coming off. All you have to do is last for an hour and a half, okay? That's all you have to do is last for an hour and a half. Like why can't you get that through your greasy head? You know what I'm saying? This eye is watering. Okay, we've got 5 minutes. Love your costume. Makeup looks super beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh my, Kashana, girl, is that you? Wait. Is that you? Wait a minute. Is this girl you from Mobile Makeup? Is this Mobile Makeup, Kashana? Because girl, I was gonna buy your lipsticks if it was you. Hold on, let me get my whole life together. Do you still do YouTube makeup? I feel like you only do it on Instagram. Wait, first of all, before I go on a tirade, Kashana, please let me know if it's you. The Mobile Makeup. Isn't that so old school? If this is you, it might not be you. It might not be her. Do you guys remember the Mobile Makeup? She is actually on. Shoot, what's her name? Why can't I? You know when you like know someone's thing when you see it, but you can't remember it? Okay, here we go. I don't do makeup. Okay, it's not you. But you guys remember the Mobile Makeup? Her name is. Girl. It starts with a K. Maybe if I put in K, I don't know. I guess it doesn't start with K. Shauna? Kanisha Shayna. MUA. That's who I got you mixed up with. Don't worry, I'm back now. I got you mixed up with this girl. Is there just a picture of her, or they're all reels? Okay, I got you mixed up with her because you guys kind of look alike. Well, just from the little bitty picture. She does makeup here on YouTube, and she just dropped her own lipstick line, and I meant to purchase it. It dropped on the 15th, but I was traveling and I forgot to, or I was getting ready to travel. Thank you for attending. But anyways, thanks guys. All right, let me run to the bathroom, and then we'll go start at 9:05 as normal. Okay, you guys get ready because this episode was interesting and good. There was a lot of good stuff that happened in it. Okay, guess what? When you wash your hands and you have makeup on them, it comes off. So there's that. Okay, you guys. This right eye is going to be watering the whole time. So if you see tears, don't worry about it. It's not real. Okay. Whew. Let's put this on do not disturb until tomorrow. Let's give ourselves a little bit of vino. This is going to be a bad choice, but I'm going to have to stay up for at least 2 more hours after and drink lots of water so that this doesn't turn into an ugly situation. Not that much, right? Good. Okay. The baby just had surgery. Yes, he did. Girl, I don't know, Jasmine. I don't know. Maybe it's allergic. I don't know. It's just always this eye. Every single time. Every morning, it waters. Like I full on wash my face, do my makeup, do whatever, and then I'll get to work and it'll be crusties right here. Just looking like I didn't do anything. Just looking like I'm out in the streets not washing my face every morning. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I want to thank everybody who's in the room right now. There's 37 people. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. I truly, truly appreciate it. You know, you could be doing anything else on this Halloween day, and you're not. You're here with me, Lisa Collins. Girl, Lisa Collins, I ain't seen you in a minute, girl. It's because I'm going live and you probably can't see it. But yeah, Lisa Collins, girl, I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope everything is well. I hope that you are well, and I hope everything is well. Tasha, hello. Cyborg Manifesto, I already said hello to you, but hello again. And if you guys would like to give to the baby fund, you could see it down below. You could give that way. Jasmine, you were a trooper. You know, you were here earlier today, so I appreciate that. Mickey, founded incredible with BBB and the loss of the sister. Night shift worker in the house. All right, girl. I'm usually asleep when you're live. Okay, I understand. That makes sense. That makes sense. But, you know, it's nice to see you. It's nice to see your name. I realize that now that I go live a lot, my audience is slightly different than those when I'm not live. But here we go. Hey, guys, it's Wahima. But just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to my recap of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. This is season 3, episodes 9 and 10. Girl, I forgot I was doing both. It is catch a fish or bait. Girl, something I did not even recognize. Like, what does that terminology mean? Hold on. Let me find it. So my notes for last week's episode is in my phone, and my notes for this week's episode are on my computer. So you'll see me doing 2 different things. It is fish or cut bait. I've never heard that saying. Episodes 9 and 10. Fish or cut bait. And then episodes 10 is called... Girl, you know I never know. What's this episode called? It's called like severing ties or like choosing something. I don't know, girl. Anyways, so let's jump right in. As is normal, it's hard for me to get pictures from Discovery Plus, so I just have to show you their faces. Let's start off with Corey and Evelyn. They had a really short segment in this week's episode, but last week's episode, a lot got talked about. So apparently Corey has moved out from his friend Raul, and he has a new apartment for a few weeks, okay? He's making ground beef soup with mustard. I'm going to say that that's what I thought it was at first, okay? He was making burgers, and I thought it was ground beef soup. Because of what he was doing, like he was adding a lot of things to it that I normally wouldn't add to burgers. He added like mustard, and I was like, oh, this is obviously like some kind of meatball soup. But it turned out to be basic mom-made pan-fried burgers, okay? I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts, which is 90 Day Fiancé Cray Cray, and Kyle was saying that you don't make burgers in a cast iron skillet. And I said, in what family, Kyle? Like that is a huge cultural difference between, I think, like whatever his culture is and his American cultureness is and mine, because 100% like black mamas ain't putting on the grill to make burgers, okay? We are making those burgers in whatever kind of skillet, frying pan, cast iron pan that we can have to make burgers. He was like very much like, oh, you don't make burgers on a stove. And I was like, who? To me, burgers on a grill is a very specific barbecue type thing. But anyway, so Corey's making burgers for Evelyn. She's coming over. They're going to have a conversation. He says that she said, give me a couple of weeks. And so he's like, okay, I gave her a couple of weeks. And now he has got his own apartment, and he puts, old Heineken bottles and puts candles in them. And then he makes these burgers, and he seems pretty nervous. It's just like burgers, though. It's like literally nothing else. He makes nothing else to go with the burgers. Evelyn tells him that she cares about him. Okay. She's like, what is this? Lisa, my 21-year-old son uses a cast iron skillet to make his burgers. Gotta raise him right. Yeah. So it was just interesting that Kyle was like, who makes your burgers? And you do it on a grill. And I was like, no, not everybody has the luxury of having a grill, boo-boo. Like, privilege is showing. But anyways, my privilege shows too. So I'm not saying like he's wrong or whatever. I'm just saying. So she asks him how everything has been, and in a super high voice, he says, I'm paying the consequences of what's happening, and I would hope that we'll get back together sometime. I just cannot hammer down his voice. It legitimately sounds like a cartoon character mixed with a Muppet. You know what I'm saying? It's like some cartoon character and definitely a Muppet. What Muppet? I don't know, but a Muppet. And if it isn't a Muppet, it should be one. His voice is ridiculous. It's like it goes really high, and he wants to seem like he's like a good guy, and he's not. I don't like that. And I love the way that Evelyn calls out his BS by being like, you act like such a good guy, but in the truth, you're not. And that's what pisses her off. So she says, we're going to go need to talk to a therapist. I'll schedule it and you'll pay. And he's like, of course I'll pay. And she's like, yeah, no, of course you're going to pay. And so they go to the therapist, and it's basically seaside therapy, which is so pretty. And basically, Evelyn gives us new information. Evelyn says, we broke up, I kicked you out, you left, and then I called you and told you that I was in a car accident. I was okay, but I was in a car accident, I was pretty shooken up, and you did not respond. And they come to find out from social media and from mutual friends that you were this time hanging out with Jenny. And that's BS. And you won't even acknowledge it. You won't even talk about like all the times that you've lied and you made shit up, and you've just caused us so much problems because you won't be honest with whatever it is that you're feeling and what's going on. And so finally Corey is honest and said that he really messed up during that time. But here's the truth. Okay, there's one of two things. If he was being petty, I could see him not wanting to engage with Evelyn and just being like, oh, you got into a car accident. You're okay, big whoop. Right? But she expected him to, I guess, be her knight in shining armor and really prove to her that he loved her, because all of the things that Evelyn does are consequences of her, not consequences, but I feel like Evelyn is constantly testing him. Like, she always wants him to show that he is someone else based on her taking from him. Does that make sense? Okay. It's like this like idea, and I'm not saying this is true or valid, but it's this idea that like when you're in a relationship with a woman, that women withhold sex when they're mad. And I'm like, only a woman who is like not sexual and who doesn't like have her own sexual needs would withhold sex from somebody just because she was mad about something silly. It would have to be something huge for a woman to withhold sex. But the way that the like stereotype is that anytime a woman gets mad, she's like, "No, I'm not having sex with you." As though women are less sexual than men and they're just doing it in order to please their man. And so a lot of her breaking up with him, oh, Quasi, you said it well. She plays too many games. Go away, but I want you to come running. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's that kind of thing that I think is usually annoying. It's like these games of like, I'm going to take away me from the equation to let you really think about what it is that you're losing because you're acting like I don't matter. And I'm like, that's not the way to get him to change. The way to get him to change is to either talk about it with him and demand some kind of change and give him very specific things he needs to do. Oh, let me take this down. What am I doing? How come y'all didn't tell me this was still up? It's like she just plays too many games and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't think that that's the way to prove or to get someone to prove to you that they love you. I think that being open and honest and then following through with what it is that you say you're going to do. Okay. So meaning that if you tell Corey, if you don't straighten up your act, we're breaking up and it's good forever, then mean that and don't turn back. Because playing little games to try to get somebody to do things that you want them to do is only going to get them to play the game with you. Like, it makes it a very volatile situation. So if Corey just isn't the man for you, then he isn't the man for you, girl. I'm feeling this alcohol. I want to close my eyes so bad. So I just don't like that game. I feel like she needs to just stand on her own 2 feet and demand of him, lost the nail, demand of him what it is that she wants, and then don't renege. Like, don't give back into him. Don't say, okay, I'll take you back now, which is exactly what she does. So after they see the therapist, they get a couple of more time. And we're going on to episode 10. After she sees the therapist, she says that she needs more time. So he gives her more time. And it's been, I'm bringing up my other notes. How long has it been? I don't know. But they end up meeting at a restaurant a few weeks later. And so they have a conversation. And she says that she's ready for him to move back in, to try again. But she's been thinking and that she wants him to really realize what he could possibly lose and that she's going to allow him to move in the room next door and maybe they'll have some movie nights and that of course he will pay half the rent. And I just don't quite understand what it is that Evelyn wants. It's a little confusing because it's like financially, she definitely wants him there financially, right? We've already established that. That is what she wants. Is his financial support in every which way. But also she loves him. They've got a lot of history. They've been through a lot of things together. And so she's willing to take him back for a trial run. But I'm like, y'all are married. What do you mean a trial run? Like, what are you talking about? You guys are legitimately married. Like, this is not the up time. Like, they've been together on and off for like 6 or 7 years. What are they doing? What are they doing? It's very confusing to me. Thank you so much. And so anyways, that's where they leave off. It looks like she forgives him and he's going to move back in. He's very happy and he hugs her and he tells her that, he's very, very excited and he loves her and he's really sorry about the situation. And I just don't quite get the back and forth of it because they're grown people. They're not teenagers going in and out of love. These are adults Corey's given up his life in the US and has moved to South America to be with her. Like, to me, this is a very serious and real situation. And for her and him to act like, things could be over at any moment, or like things are not as solidified as they need to be, it's just really weird to me. Anyways, let's move on to the next couple that we're going to talk about. And that is, my phone does not recognize my face. That is hilarious. Steven and Elena. Oh, y'all. This is a crazy situation because I think our worst nightmare came to fruition. So it's the last day with Elena's mom, and Steven takes them to the airport and offers everyone snacks. I need for them to explain to me what kind of internal situation Steven has going on to where snacks are very important. Snacks are very important to me. Don't get me wrong. I need snacks all the time. And you would think at this grown ass age that I would truly understand how important eating is to me. But whenever I'm in any kind of mode of trying to eat better or eat healthier or lose weight, I tend to think eating less is the way to go. But the truth is that it never is, because I'm hungry, and with hunger comes hangry. And so if Steven has a high metabolism and is trying to prevent himself from being crazy if he doesn't have a snack on him, his reaction or his behavior around the snacking is stupid. Him asking that cab driver if the cab driver wanted some of his snacks is stupid. It's COVID. Don't nobody want your stinking ass snacks, Steven. Nobody wants them. You're weird. You're weird. So Steven acts like a child. Which is why, the mother wants Elena to come back to Russia with her. He tells her, I think you got a bad impression of me, and I want to show you that I'm good. And so the mother says, words are words, Steven, okay? I need to see some actions. Actions put into place. So mom predicts that the relationship won't last. And then she gets on her plane, and, there's a lot of tears and crying. And she goes off. She tells the girl to go with her. The girl says no. Okay. So then Elena and Steven, first of all, Elena's wardrobe, I am inebriated. Okay. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Wahima's Tipsy Show. I'm going to hold it together. I feel like Amber and Puppy, if you guys watched my live earlier. Well, I'm drunk, so it is what it is. I'm going to do my best. I'm barely standing on my feet, but anyways, put some wine glasses in the comment section or in the chat if you're picking up what I'm putting down. If you understand, I hate this so much. Makes me mad. Okay. It just hit me and I realized it. I can't say wardrobe. Okay, anyways. Let's pretend it didn't happen. Drop. Thank you. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Please, you guys, don't judge me. You know what? I'm not going to read the comments from this video, and I rarely ever read the comments because I know people like to come for me, and there's so many negative Nancys on this internet, you would not even believe how many people are just negative for no reason. You could never be that sloppy, Wah. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys know that I just started drinking in the year of our Lord 2021, okay? So sometimes it just hits me, girl, and I'd be like, huh, what an interesting feeling. Thank you, Cruz. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, anyway, salud. Clink, clink, clink. I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to get some water. And then I'm going to stay up and watch scary movies while drinking water. I got my night planned out. This is my second birthday, y'all. I freaking love Halloween. I freaking love Halloween. You can be whoever you want to be. I'm a glamour witch. I'm a glamorous ass witch, bitch. I'll cast a spell on you. I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. I put a spell on you. Okay, anyways, get back to it. Words are words. Mom says relationships, even tells about Masha. So then Alina girl is wearing she has a lot of cute dresses, okay? Mama came prepared to be on TV, and I appreciate it. So she's in her like dark blue floral dress with her light espadrilles, which for me, I would have wore a dark shoe, but that's just me, a child of the 90s. If she wants to wear a light shoe with a navy blue floral print, I'm not here to judge, okay? So, thanks, guys. You guys are cute. What is BBB? I used to use a screwdriver when I couldn't find my wine opener. What is BBB? Who is BBB? Oh, Baba Baby Binky Blanket. That's who BBBBB is. You know, y'all have been calling Jasmine BBBB for like 4 videos. And I'm like, who the hell is that? Who is that? And I said, who is that person? Who is BBB? I keep looking for BBB. Jasmine girl. Jasmine girl, change your name. You don't have to put Jasmine, but like, no, don't change your name. It's fine. Okay. Anyways, so she gets there. She's wearing the navy floor print. And she's like, Steven, delete your social media. Okay? Delete your social media because you have been talking to my homegirl Masha. I set you up. And he's like, you set me up. You know how he talks with, he has like a lot of spit in his mouth. And she's like, yes, unabashedly, yes, I did set you up. And he's like, so you set me up to fail? And she's like, absolutely. And you failed. Okay? I set you up and you failed. You were sending her flirty text messages, Steven. And he's like, no, this is just me inviting her, and being kind. And I'm like, does he not know the difference between kind and flirty? He doesn't. We'll see later on. He doesn't know the difference. So she's like, delete your social media, Steven. We talked about this yesterday and you still didn't delete it. He's like, well, I can't delete my social media because that's how I text people. That is how all my pictures are. And I said, Steven, how old are you? You are 25 years old, not 65. Get off Facebook, delete your social media. Why is it that the only way you communicate with people is through Facebook or Messenger? That's weird. It's weird, okay? It's weird. You guys let Mari know what she missed, okay? Tell her all about the wine, the vino. Let her know. And so, like, it's weird to me that he doesn't, like, understand, like, that he needs to delete the social media. He said he would, and then he didn't. And she's, like, calling him out on it. And he's like, what do you need me to do? And she's like, delete your social media. He's like, oh, okay, I'll do that. What do you need me to do? And she said, action to words, delete your social media, Steven. Just go and delete it. I don't understand. You said you would do it 2 days ago and you haven't done it yet. Delete your social media. You're talking to my friend Masha. I set you up. Yes, delete your social media. You're pissing me off, Steven, because I don't think you're serious about this relationship because you're being flirty with my friend. That's not flirty. Delete your social media, Steven. And so he's like, oh, okay, baby, I'll delete my social media. Sorry, I'm going over to my notes that are on my computer because we're on to episode 10 now. So this is hot on the heels. They go to the hotel to cancel his social media. So he brings up his computer. He finds his social media. And then he's like, here, I want to show you that I'm not being nefarious, okay? I want to show you that I'm not being a philanderer and that I'm true to you. And I actually want to show you my messenger conversation with my homegirl. And then she reads it and she goes, want me to come over tonight? And then she gets upset and she gets up and walks away. And he's like, I just don't understand why she's upset. I don't understand why that's bad. And then Elena's so upset. She's like in the kitchen drinking water. And she's like, they have cute names for each other. Steven doesn't get it. He doesn't see the problem. He sends her heart emojis. And she's like, I fell in love with his words, okay? And like, he doesn't get that the fact that he's having this kind of conversation with his supposed friend is too much. And honestly, I don't think that Steven thought that he would get as much dislike. I don't know not one person that likes him. Like maybe his community feels like he's doing what he needs to do. But like overall, the 90 Day Fiancé community is not feeling Steven. None at all. She's very upset, and he feels like I don't quite understand why she's so upset. He didn't think anything was wrong with what he was sending his friend. And I'm like, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't send my friend heart emojis. I have a guy friend right now who got married on me, which is fine, you know, he's allowed to get married. But like I wanted to send him a picture of myself for Halloween because he knows Halloween's my favorite holiday. And I was like, oh, I can't send him a picture of this. I cannot send him a picture of this. Because I don't want his wife to find out and think of anything crazy. I don't send no heart emojis. I send, how are you? How is your daughter? How is school? You know what I'm saying? Like, very much general conversation. Because I don't know who his wife is or like how she's going to feel. But if she were to stumble upon his phone, I don't want her to see me as a threat. I respect the fact that he got married on me. His old punk ass got married on me. Just got married. Tell me, just got married. Just was like, oh, I'm married now. Fuck, he got married. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, can't send him a picture of this. She's a glamour witch. Anyways, so like he doesn't get it. So she's very upset and she yells at him in 2 languages like a mother. She's like, Steven, you don't understand Ruski, 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 Ruski. Okay? You don't get it because you don't Ruski, Ruski, Ruski. And I said, she yelled at him like a mama. Okay? A mama whose first language is something else and you're speaking to your kid or your son in 2 languages. You know, you've heard that mama speaking to their son is like, why don't you act right? Language, 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 language. And then you go to the store and behave like language, 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 language. And I said, you know what? I love that. I love that. Like, I absolutely love that. Like, you just have to be, I'm just losing all of the nails. Like, all of the nails have been lost. Or just 2. There's 1. This one tried to leave. I found it and put it back on. And so, like, it is just like Vicky Vale says, it's really hard when you have a great guy friend and they begin a relationship, especially with someone you don't know. The wife is always going to get jealous, rightfully so, but rightfully so, respectfully so, I had to do this before. What? The wife is always going to get jealous, rightfully so, but I've had this before. Yeah, it's hard when they do that. Just get married and you're just like, what the fuck? You didn't even tell me who she was. You didn't even tell her who I was. You just got married. Okay. Consequences, sir. Consequences. Anyways, where am I at? I'm pretty sure when they said, do you want to swim? It was code for, do you want to soak? Oh my gosh, Cherie. Ma chérie amour. Pretty little thing that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for. How I wish that you were mine. You know what's really smart? If you had a child to name them after a song, like Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm in the wrong key. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they have a song that is their name, and that's really cute. Did I get a super chat of some kind? Thank you. Who is this? Jill! You're welcome for the entertainments, sis. I love the name Jill. I have a friend named Jill. I think it's so cute. Oh, Brie. She's cute. Cash loves an image. Oh, you guys are so cute. I love my friends. I love my friends. Okay, anyways. I don't care for him. He's trash. But I do have male friends that we say I love you or the emoji but we also call each other sis and bro, and it's fine. And I've known them since 94. Girl, 94. I want a freak in the morning, a freak in the evening, just like me. I need a roughneck brother that can satisfy me, just for me. And if you are that kind of man, 'cause I'm that kind of girl, I got a freaky secret everybody's saying, so we don't give a damn about a thing, and I will be a freak. Okay, what's in here? Sorry, we're doing this. What year did Freak Like Me come out? 95. I was fucking close, okay? I was close. What about Jodeci? Just kidding. Girl, I feel you. My daughter's name is Delilah because of a song. That way she'll always have this song. I love that. I love it. Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Okay. Her name was Aisha, right? Na, 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 na. Aisha. Na, 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 na. I think that's what the, anyways, Sweet Pamela. Or Sweet Caroline. Ba, ba, ba. Okay, anyways. Let's get back to it. I'm moving on. Stop making me go on tangents, you guys. You know that I've had a little bit of Lino and I'm feeling real spicy. Okay. So, anyways, we're still on Stephen and Elena. Girl, such a long segment. So the next morning, let's bring up my notes again. So she's like, "How can I trust you?" So then he does delete it, right? She's very upset, and she's like, "Oh, okay, you delete, but now I'm just supposed to trust you?" And he's like, "No, but let's go get ice cream, girl. Ice cream? Can I take you out to get ice cream?" No, I don't want any freaking ice cream. But then I'm just like, "Oh, they're young. This must seem like a sweet, cute thing to do, is to go get ice cream. It's so sweet." And so he's trying to get out of the house with slipping a secret gift in his shirt. He says that he's bought a couple of gifts for her that he's going to strategically give to her throughout their entire time together. And so he doesn't want her to ever like forget. He says that like he doesn't know if she will ever be able to trust him truly and forget the situation because of how it went down, right? Because he doesn't truly understand what it is that she's upset about. So he most likely will continue to make these kinds of decisions or these mistakes over and over again because he doesn't know what he did that was wrong, you know? So they go and get ice cream, and she eats watermelon ice cream. What does that taste like? I don't like watermelon. So this is the second time they've mentioned watermelon. Like, I don't like watermelon. I'm just going to say I don't like it. So, anyways. So they sit down to eat their ice cream. He gets coconut. And he produces her a floral book. And then he says it's the Book of Mormon. And that he got it for her. And he put a special like writing on the inside. And so on the inside he says something flowery and like not interesting. And then he calls her his moonlight for some reason. I don't know why. And she completely buys it. What is the saying? Sink, line, and sinker. No. Full line and sinker. What? Cast line and sinker? Full line and sinker. I don't know what the saying is, but she completely buys it. And she is so like, "Oh, you got me the Book of Mormon. It's so special." And the truth is, and this is me being like non-religious, as soon as he said it was the Book of Mormon, like I was like, "Oh, boo!" Like the truth is if it were a day planner, I would have been like, oh, "Okay, I don't understand why you got it for her, but okay." But the fact that it's the Book of Mormon and it's floral print. Boo to this gift. And she's like, oh my god, you're so sweet. I accept, and it's so special because it's the Book of Mormon. If somebody were to buy me like a floral King James version of the Bible, like I don't even care. Even in 1996, okay, at the pinnacle of my Christianity, If someone had brought me a floral King James version of the Bible, I would have been like, now, had that person bought me Bible Monopoly, I wanted that Bible Monopoly. Now, I wanted that Bible Monopoly because I love Monopoly. So if St. Charles Place was King James Version, if Park Place was Song of Solomon, I would have been into it. But a floral Book of Mormon, nah. A floral Saint, what do I call it? St. James? No, it's not St. James. King James Version, I'm good. It's like, there's the King James Version, there's a Living Bible. A floral Living Bible, I'm good. I don't need it. It's fine. Thank you. Take this back to the fucking Christian bookstore. I need no more of that. So many nails lost. Pimp down, pimp down. Okay. So then the next scene we have with them is Steven goes down to the marina to have a dress rehearsal with the captain of a boat that he's planning on chartering. And he's like, sick boat, bro. Your boat is so sick. Meanwhile, this like poor Turkish man is probably like, sick? My boat is very healthy. You know what I'm saying? And the guy puts him on and he's like, okay. And, Steven's trying to talk to him in English and it's just like not right. And then like, he's like, okay, you pretend to be Elena and I'm going to sing my song and propose to you. Will you do a dress rehearsal with me? It needs to be perfect. Like, I want to go to the waterfalls. I want this whole situation to be perfect because I'm going to propose to my girlfriend. And so he, at the end of this segment, says, I'm really nervous about this. It feels like I'm about to jump off of a cliff. And I said, I don't know that you should get married if you feel like you're going to jump off of a cliff. Like, I feel like the opportunity of you marrying somebody should feel like the absolute right move ever in your life. Not that you're going to jump off of a cliff. Because even though there might be water underneath, and even though you might be attached to a bungee cord, feeling like you're going to jump off of a cliff is a stressful feeling. I would hate to watch this back and be Elena and hear him say that I feel like I'm going to jump off of a cliff. Like, to your death, bro? That sounds serious. No more vino for me. Even though, like, I only have a little bit left. Okay, anyways. We won't have any more. So, later on that day, they get to the boat. Elena's wearing the same dress. I don't know if it's the same day from when he deleted his social media, but, like, it feels like a very quick turnaround. Like, was the ice cream getting at night? I don't recall because I was like running back and forth while I was listening to it. And if it was at night or if it wasn't, then why is she wearing the same dress? Is it the same dress? I don't know. Beep, 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 beep. If you guys think I should finish it, put a wine glass in the chat. Sorry, I ate. Hold on. Let me put myself on mute while I chew because I know some people are very upset. Okay, I've succumbed to peer pressure. And listen, here's the truth. You guys are a bad influence on me, okay? It's only a little bit. Bad influence. Also, no one's going to be here to nurse my migraine in the morning. I'm going to stay up and watch TV and drink copious amounts of water and also take a migraine medication. Thanks for your support. Dia, have you seen Harlem Nights? Are we having a Harlem Nights moment, Dia? Leaving a little bit would be like leaving a swallow of OJ in the carton. Are we having a Harlem? I'm not moving on until Dia responds and tells me that we're having a Harlem Nights moment. Are we having it? Who left a swallow of orange juice in the refrigerator? I got my mouth all set up for some orange juice. Ain't nothing left but a swallow. Put an orange in the comment section if you know that movie and you know what I'm talking about. In fact, don't put a comma. Don't put an orange. Tell me who the actress is who said that. Got my mouth all set up for some orange juice. Looked in the refrigerator and all that's left is a swallow. Who's that actress? Leave it down in the comment section. Who is that actress? Leave it in the comment section right now. Okay? Right now. Right now. Vicky Vale. Right now. Yes! Missy! Yes! Vicky Vale! Michelle! Yes! You know what? I really do think that Harlem Nights is one of the most underrated Eddie Murphy movies. I mean, there's so many stars. Richard Pryor, Lela Rochon, Jasmine Guy, Arsenio Hall, Della Reese, Red Fox. I mean, thank you, Summer of Dragonfly. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay? Sherry, it's not. It's Della Reese. It's Della Reese. Anyways, that was the first time I hit. Oh, I got some kind of super chat or something, or a Venmo. Who is it? I'm so annoyed that my phone doesn't recognize my face. Okay. Sherry, thank you so much for the super chat. Sherry and Jill again. Cellar Wine Fund. Okay, Jill, I appreciate you. You're not in the comment section, and that's fine. You could be a silent contributor, but I appreciate Jill and Sherry. My Sherry Amor. And Jill. Okay, anyways. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Whoo! You shot off my pinky toe. You're right. Oh, yeah, Charlie Murphy. You guys hear that? There's some youngins playing in the park behind my house. These little ass kids. Anyways, sorry about that. Shouldn't have gotten up. Okay, anyways. So, God, we're still talking about Stephen and Elena. Jeez Louise. I'm not going to read these comments because those people who are not watching this live are going to be so annoyed and upset, and it's going to bother me if they have anything negative to say. Okay. Anyways, we're having a kiki here in the comment section. So listen, if you weren't a part of this and you're feeling annoyed, sorry. Okay. So then he's like, okay, he gets everything set up, and he then brings Elena back, and she's wearing the same dress. I already said that. And they get into the boat. He plays the piano, and he's so overwhelmed with emotion when he asks her to marry him that he's unable to finish the song. He gets down on one knee, asks her to marry, and she said that it was absolutely perfect. And I said, listen, if I was 20 years old and I took a chance on love from a foreigner from the United States, and then we went to Turkey to be together, and even though there was problems, I would say yes too. At 20? Everyone's like, go home with your mom. No, not at 20. At 32, yes, go home with your mom. But at 20, she just gonna have to ride this out. There is no way that she is going to truly understand what is happening to her. Like, we are women, we you guys hear the screeching? We women are conditioned to believe that marriage is like the ultimate and the end all and be all. And we don't even think about it, I think, at least I didn't. Think about it in the way of like, forever partnership. And there's a religious aspect added onto it. So like, I definitely see why she said yes. At 20, I would have absolutely said yes. At 20, 100%. Cyborg, she's 20. She's 20. Like, you think at 20 that like you've hit the jackpot and like you're marrying somebody who's 25. When I was in high school, I thought that I would be married and have a child by 24. I mean, I am a exennial or older millennial, so there was that idea. She's Generation X, so she should know a little bit better. Generation X has higher standards than my generation. But yeah, I definitely thought I'd be married and have kids at 24. And at 24, I definitely was not there. So there's that. Anyways, so they're both very happy at the end of it, yada, yada, yada. Let's move on. All right, next couple that we're going to talk about is Armando and Kenny. So Armando and Kenny. All right, so last episode with Armando and Kenny is Kenny being honest with Armando and basically telling him that he's homesick, and they like led us to believe that Armando was truly scared about whether or not. Oh girl, did I not take notes on Armando and Benny? I sure didn't. Cause their shit is boring. Like, as much as they try to like make it seem like their conversation or their segment is like rife with drama, it isn't. They're just going through normal growing pains, and they have some up and downs and some craziness. And basically their segment last episode, the last thing I remember is Kenny telling Armando, because they're in a public wash house because their washing machine broke down, is that he's really much more homesick than he's led on to believe. And that he feels like he's lost a lot of time with his grandson Cooper, and that he was there for his daughter being pregnant, and now Cassidy's pregnant and he's not going to be there for Cassidy, and he's definitely feeling some way about it. And Armando is like scared / worried that Kenny's going to say he doesn't want to get married, but that doesn't end up happening. And then like, that's the last thing I remember with their segment. But cut to this episode. They're going to go and meet the wedding planners. And the one thing that Kenny wants is to have a wedding at sunset. I don't know if Kenny's been married before. I don't know his life. But the only thing that he asks for in this, like, deeply expensive wedding is that they get married at sunset. So they meet up with the wedding planners. And the wedding planners tell them that, we're going to have this at this time. We're going to start we're going to do this. You can taste your cakes, choose your flavors, yada, yada, yada. And then Kenny says that he wants to have a wedding at sundown. And the planners are like, no, that can't happen because of coronavirus. We've got to get started at 4 because your wedding is going to be in at midnight. And normally the weddings would end at 3 or 4 in the morning. And I said to myself, do the Mexicans pace themselves? Because how you guys stay active for 6 hours? I have been drinking for 2 hours. And I am ready to go to sleep. Now, I just started drinking this year. So girl, I don't know. But what I am saying is, how y'all stay up for so long? Now, I don't know how long normal weddings are. I've only been to a couple weddings in my lifetime. And those were stone cold sober. And if you know anything about me, is that she is a 100% introvert. I'm an extrovert in certain scenarios, but I need to know that they're coming up. Poor Hemplo. My aunt came to the house yesterday. Didn't nobody tell me she was coming to the house. So I came down, said hi to her, hugged her. She was in the middle of conversation with my mother, so I didn't want to interrupt. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back upstairs. Girl, I stayed up upstairs the whole entire time because nobody told me she was coming. So I wasn't mentally prepared to be on. And if you're an introvert or you're an actor, you know what I'm talking about, being on, right? I have to know in advance if something is going on. Like, so if I know I'm going to a party or a shindig, I know that I need to be on. I need to put the battery in and I need to put the power on. And I need to be like, oh, ha ha ha, joke, 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 ha 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 ha, beep, 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 poo, poo, poo. I'm an entertainer. And it's not that anybody's expecting me to be that. It's just that that is my makeup. Like my extrovert makeup is to entertain and to make people laugh and to be helpful and to support and to help with food and to do all those things. But let me tell you, there is definitely a moment where I'm like, oh, I'm ready to go. There is definitely a moment when I'm like, oh, she's ready to be in pajamas. And there is no like gradual. I'm like, hey, 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 pew, 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 help, 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 joke, joke, joke. Bye, guys. I go home. Okay. And that was one of the stressful things growing up is that my parents would not be ready to go home and I'd be ready to go home. And they'd be like looking for me. And I'd be like somewhere in a dark room hanging out. They're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm tired. I'm done for today. So just let me know when you're ready to go. Like I am always ready to go. Unless there's karaoke or trivia or some kind of interacting that I'm truly enjoying, ready to be in pajamas, makeup off, titties out, TV on. Because there's so much happening in my brain at all at one time. So like, girl, I mean, I can be active for a while, but when that limit hits me, gone. And so I can't imagine being at a wedding for 7 hours. You get a good solid 3 hours, maybe 4 if things are real popping off, if things are real fun, if there's dancing and there's a lot going on. But like, I'd be ready to go, which is why I always have to drive myself to places or have an exit plan because other folks don't be ready to go, but I be ready to go. Okay? Did what I came to do. Wore the outfit, had the makeup on, took the pictures, made the jokes, ready to go. So anyways, they tell Kenny that he can't have his sunset wedding. And Kenny's like, oh. And Armando's like, no, you can't have it. Okay, great. Moving on. Let's get back to me. I would like mariachi. I would like dancers. I would like singers. And, Kenny felt in that moment that Armando wasn't being really understanding or receptive to how he was feeling because he's like, the only thing I've ever wanted or the only thing I asked for in this wedding is for it to be at sunset. And you know that. And when they tell me no, you don't even look at me and be like, oh, babe, I'm so sorry. Well, is there anything else we can do? Is there anything way we can? You don't even pretend like there's any kind of accommodation or way we can figure this out. You're just like, no, babe, sorry, you can't do that. Great. So about that pastel. ¿Qué sabor necesitamos para los pastels? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, what flavors of the cakes do we get to choose? It's like he just moves on. And Kenny is feeling like, I get it. Like, this is your wedding. I get it. But, like, I need you to be on my side sometimes. And so they get in the car. Kenny tells Armando how he feels. And then Armando's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it to happen. Then they get back to the house. So then they're like, no, not back at that. Then they're looking at the telephone. And Armando says, my tia just messaged me and told me that my father said that he might be coming to the wedding, but he really hopes that I will be respectful. And so Kenny's like, what does that mean? And he's like, oh, I guess that meaning like hugging and kissing and stuff at the wedding. Like he wants me to be respectful. And so Kenny's like, no, that's his problem. Like we are at our wedding. What do you mean he wants us to be respectful? What does that mean? And Armando's like, well, I guess he just like, is feeling some kind of way about it. And it makes me sad because I didn't think he would not come to the wedding. And then so he calls his mother and his mother talks about him about his prima and talking about his prima. And where she's gonna sleep, and he's like, Mama's like, oh, the prima can sleep with me, and he's like, well, what about dad? And then like, well, your dad's not coming. So this is the first he's hearing about this dad not coming. So first he gets the message from his tia saying like, we're gonna come, and your dad said he was gonna come, but he wants you to be respectful. And all of a sudden now he's hearing that his father's not gonna come. So he calls us. So Kenny tells him, call your dad and see what's up. You got to reach out. I know it's hard, but you got to reach out, because you're going to always wonder what happened, like what you could have done differently. And so then he calls his dad, and his dad's like, yeah, I'm not going to come. I'm going to be uncomfortable. And he's like, I really want you to be there. He's like, I understand that, but it's fine. He's like, okay, well, there will be a placemat. There'll be a chair for you. And if you're not there, feel some kind of way. And so Armando's like, I'm going to feel some kind of way if my dad doesn't show up. And I think to myself, respectful? What do you mean respectful? Like, you want this man to get married and not kiss his wife in front of everybody? Or, sorry, I'm drunk. I apologize. Kiss his husband? Because it's going to be not respectful for you? I don't understand that. I hope he's respectful. Like, so Kenny and Armando are supposed to put what normal couples do, heteronormative couples do, aside in order to have respeto para todos. I'm sorry. Tú conoces, that might not be the right conjugation. Tú conoces, you were going through la boda de dos hombres. You know what I'm saying? You're going to a wedding of two men, and you're going to hope that they are respectful of your feelings and how comfortable you are. I don't appreciate that. I thought that was a crazy thing to say. And for the Thea to come through and like play telephone like that, was the Thea trying to like fish to see if Armando was planning on kissing his husband at their wedding? If Armando was planning on being romantic y, adoration y, like loving his husband at his wedding? Are you trying to fish? Oh yeah, what is he supposed to respond? Yeah, sí, tía. Me y Kenny, we're gonna be super respectful. We're not going to kiss in front of you. We're not going to hug and hold in front of you, because we want you guys to feel comfortable. Because y'all are coming to our wedding, but we need to make sure that you feel comfortable. No, boo. No. And so then he calls his dad, and his dad is like, nah, I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be comfortable. I'm going to stay at the house and fix the dent in the wall. And I said, you ain't that about a bitch. This half in and half out, I trust you. You make good decisions. You're a good person. I love you. You'll always be my son. But no, I'm not going to be at your wedding because I don't want to see you kiss a man. I get that it's hard. Yo entiendo. I understand it. But at some point, you just have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations for your son. That's your solo hijo. You know what I'm saying? Your only son. You have the same name. You've decided to accept him, but you'll be super embarrassed in front of family. Like, I get it. I get that you will be super embarrassed. I'm not trying to deny the family their feelings, but what I'm saying is that you just need to push through that embarrassment, because either you support your son or you don't. You can't say, I support you, I love you, I did all the things, but I'm not going to be there for your wedding. One of the most important things of your life. Because you went to your daughter's wedding. He's not asking you to get up and give him away. He's not asking you to have a father-son dance with him. You may not think that it's the right thing to do, but you've already said that you love him and you support him. So then have that support. I get that it's hard, but I really do think that the dad just needs to push through and go to the wedding. Anyways, Pink in the Jeep. Did he go to his first wedding? That's true. I forgot that Armando was married before. True. Did you go to the first wedding? Yeah, if you did, you should go to this one. Just to be there. Did nobody ask you to do all the things? I get that he needs time. But then have that conversation with your son. Don't tell your sister that you hope that he's respectful. And then tell your wife, no, I'm not going to come. At some point, we have to stop making excuses for Senor Armando Sr. Because I gave him a lot of leeway. I truly did. But at this point, you told your sister before you told your son about how you were feeling. You should have had that conversation with Armando to say, I don't know if I could be there because it really is a disappointment to me that you're marrying a man and that it's a lot. It's a lot. I get it for both sides, but it's a lot. Okay. So that's the end of them. And the next couple that we are going to talk about are Ellie and Vic because it's quick. We didn't have a last episode with them. So this episode, Ellie's at the house and she's feeling like some kind of way about being back on the island because, she doesn't really want to be there because this is really hard for her American spirit to handle. And so she's trying to worry about things that Victor is not trying to worry about. Now, I'm not saying that I know exactly what Ellie should be doing in this situation, but 100% she should be taking her cues from Victor. Okay? Because Victor just almost lost his life. Victor has PTSD from what just happened to him. He lost everything. And he lost everything. And Ellie is not doing the things that she needs to do because she's worried about money and worried about her own comfort in this moment. So here's my thing. At some point, you need to acknowledge whether or not you can handle the scenario. She's trying to be there for him, but she also can't get over her own discomfort of this situation. She doesn't want to go back to San Andreas. She wants him to forget San Andreas. Providencia. And she wants to live in San Andreas because this is just like a new situation for the both of them, okay? So they get to San Andreas and they get to Providencia and she really doesn't want to be there. And he knows that. He knows that she's uncomfortable being there. She doesn't want to be there without any, water or, electricity, internet. She wants her comforts and she doesn't have those comforts, okay? And so she's worried about things that he's not worried about. Now, I'm not saying that I would be correct in this situation because I don't know what I would do. But I think that I would do was take my cues from the person whose life is most affected by this situation. Meaning that I would ask them, what do you need from me? What are we doing right now? Instead of coming in the house talking about, oh, we need to dry out these clothes before they get mildewed. He's like, we don't need to worry about that. We need to worry about this, this, and this. And then she needs to focus on this, this, and this. Not worried about the things that she's worried about because those are the things that she can manage, right? She's going through her own shit, right? When I would go to a foreign country and somebody were to tell me, okay, we got to now build a staircase. I'd be like, unfortunately, I cannot build a staircase. I know that you need me to help you build a staircase, but I can't build a staircase. What I can do is hang this laundry out to dry. You're going to have to build that staircase on your own. Because that's not me. And I think that's what's happening. Is that he wants her to do certain things. And she's like, look, I'm not into that. Okay? That's you. What I can do is figure out how we can mop these floors. So then he tries to mop the floors with her. And he answers her snippet. He's short with her. And she doesn't like it. And I just think to myself, she's like, I understand that Victor has gone through a lot. And he's had PTSD, but what about me? What about the way I feel? And I was very white American centric of her. Mama, if you can't give him what he needs as support, then you need to hop on a plane and be like, Victor, this is not for me. I wish you all the best. But making him feel guilty or trying to make him feel guilty for whatever is going on in his brain right now, talking about, oh, you're being rude to me. I don't like the fact that you're being rude to me. He's being rude to you because this man just went through a level 5 hurricane. Okay? This man has lost everything. You've given up on purpose and by a choice a lot of things, but he has unpurposely lost everything. He had to huddle underneath a sink with his sister. So you don't get to say, but I'm feeling a certain way too. You don't get to feel that right now. You're either going to support him or you are not. But he can't support you. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you. She was unhappy, cried during the reception in Fiancé Alley. I wasn't convinced to her whims on my day. I don't know what you're talking about. If she wants a relationship in the house, she could agree to support financially and send help and go back to Seattle for a bit. I wouldn't be doing this for a man who cheated on me, but that's on that. She should not be there right now. Go home. That's what I'm saying. She's like, not only does she want him to appreciate the fact that she's financially supported him in this whole endeavor, but she also wants him to appreciate the fact that she's given up her entire life and now she's walked into a hurricane, like, natural disaster devastation. And so she really wants him to understand what she's going through. But I said, not at any point did you, Ellie, think that you were going to lose your fucking life. Not at any point through that did you think that you, your sister, and your fucking mother was going to lose their fucking life. So I need you to back up, swallow your fucking feelings, and help this man. And if you cannot do that, then take the L and go home. Ain't no shame in that game. Ain't no shame in that game. Just go home. Because right now, no matter what you feel, and it's valid what you feel, is not in comparison to a man huddled underneath the fucking sink with his sister and his nieces trying to survive. Let me know if you agree with that. So anyways, they have a bonfire and they talk about that shit. And I'm just like, Ellie, I don't agree with you. Missy says Ellie had plans to move on to paradise and not to a fixer-upper paradise with a man who cheated on her. She's not built for this. You ain't wrong, Missy. You ain't wrong. But really think about how you feel. I wish everybody had therapy. I'm so grateful for the therapy that I've had because it helps me to navigate situations like this. It really does, because people be acting a whole effing fool on situations like this. Y'all, I just want to let you know that I have made my font bigger on my phone because I'm old and I can't see. That's that. Okay, so next couple that we are going to talk about is Benny and Ari. Now, I go back and forth with whose side I'm on for this, but in these last two episodes, I'm 100% on Ari's side. I don't care about Benny one moment. He can act like he's so hurt and offended and upset and wants his family, but a family man acts like a family man. A family man doesn't act like a man who can just foot about the space. So last episode, Benny's social life is on fire, okay? Benny has been moving to and fro here and there. His friends are trying to help him feel better because he's all alone and he lost his wife. So his friends are just doing all that they can to get him to feel good about his situation. And all that sounds like is some fuckboy husband shit. You know those husbands who truly aren't ready to be husbands and they still want to be out in the street with their friends and shit? That's what Benny is. So a few weeks, and I wrote few weeks, another month, you have to be there for us. Answer your phone. Sometimes something is going on. My friends want to cheer me on. So Ari's having a hard time communicating with Benny. And every time she asks him what he's doing, he's gone out with his friends. And so for her, like, here's the truth. Benny doesn't have a job, nor has he ever had a job. So now that she's not there, what else would he do? Was go out and hang out with his friends. But my thing is, it's like, why can't Benny find a job anywhere? Why can't Benny be at his sister's house doing anything besides hanging out with his friends, going to the studio? I get it. The studio is how you make your money, I guess, sometimes. I don't know, girl. Making music. But when your wife is not there, or your and fiance is not there, you need to figure out something else to tell her besides what you're doing. Okay? And also, what does Ari think he's gonna do? Ari knows that that man don't have no job. What else is he gonna do but hang out with his friends? But I think the problem is that he's not answering the phone. He gets mad at her, he takes his phone off. And she's like mad about that. She's like, no, you need to have your phone on, which I absolutely agree with her. Like, you're not doing anything all day. You need to be answering these phones, because when I'm calling you to show you your son and me, who is your fiance. What are you doing? You should not be busy for us. No, because your music isn't making you any money. So therefore, when you're at your music, you should not be busy. So she has an argument with him where she's like, I need you to communicate with me and not take your phone off. You know, you taking your phone off pisses me off. And he's like, my friends want to help me. They know I'm very sad and they don't want me to be sad. So they take me out to party every night in order for me to not be sad. And she's like, well, partying equals you flirting with other women and fucking sleeping around. So I'm not into it. So it's been now 2 months when we get to this episode that she has been in the US. Avi has his surgery and she's very, very nervous, right? Mom is always checking in. Mom is acting just like a nurse. Like, how is mom feeling? Is mom okay? And I loved it. So, Avi has his surgery and everything comes out okay. He's good. And mother is taking care of Ari. Ari is taking care of Avi. And then she has a conversation with her sister and her mother where the sister's like, you need to really consider about staying in the US, especially because I hear that you and Benny are having arguments all the time. And mother says, you know, you need to be in the US at least to come back for surgical stuff and medical needs, because there's a lot of things that happen and it would be best if you could be in America for that. And I don't agree with that, but okay, that's their opinion. And she says, you know what I'm going to try to do is go to Mombasa, get him away from this thing, because what she's determined is that his friends are not the best. His friends are not the best husbands. His friends are not the best partners. And the fact that he's taking his cues from them and how they treat their wives and how they live their lives is not the way that she wants it to be with her and Binyam. But Binyam doesn't understand that. He is fully okay with not being the breadwinner in their house. And that is not okay. I don't give a what you do. I understand being an artist. But if at a certain age, your artistry doesn't make you any money, you've got to go on ahead and give up on that artistry. Period, point blank. And that's just the way I feel about it, and I won't feel any different. I'm the same way. Wanted to be an actor all my life, wanted to create my own shows, which is why I have this YouTube so I could do what I want. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make me enough money for me to put all my energy into it. So I cannot put all my energy into it. Period. Like, if when I have a baby, my YouTube life slows down, it slows down. Also, I do think that, though, if I do have a baby and I document it on YouTube, I will get more sponsorships because I'll be a new mom and people get money off of that. But that's a whole other conversation that is not to be had at this moment. However, Binyam is wrong and I'm not on his side at all. Then we find out that Binyam has basically turned their house into a party home. That he had a friend move in with him. That friend has had women over. There have been women at the house. Her sister-in-law, Wish, who's a messy, Bessie, rude-ass BI, is also telling her that Binyam has had women at the house. Like, Wish needs to choose a side girl because she messy. And so now Ari doesn't trust this whole entire situation. So she says, look, will you either move to Mombasa with me because you haven't cared about me or your son, or I'm not coming back to Ethiopia. Either way it goes, I'm not going back to Ethiopia. We can figure out a custody situation. And he's like, who are you to make these decisions? She's like, I'm the one with the money. I'm the one to make the decisions. I'm the one with the power because I'm the one who has the money. You don't have shit. If you had shit, then I'd be back at that house with you. If you were respectful to our relationship, you wouldn't be letting people into our home, use it as a party house, the home that my parents pay for. using it as a party home, letting your friends move in, building a studio in our room, putting away our Avi's bed so that you can have parties at our house. I don't care if it's one party, two parties. I've been gone for 2 months. Our home needs to remain sacred. And I 150,000% agree with her. I don't, just because he has this like, oh, I don't know, and me and Ari, and Shukran, and Habibi. Like, no, I don't agree with him or believe him at all. He is an idiot. He doesn't do what he needs to do for his family. And there is no reason. Giselle, oh my God, Giselle, this whole time I never knew where you were from. As a Kenyan speaking for other Kenyans, we don't want Benny and Ari's crazy shenanigans in Mombasa. Just kidding, but seriously. You're right. I didn't know that. He's an absolute loser and a bum. And how dare he disrespect their family home? How dare he? The home that he doesn't even pay for. How dare he do that? I don't care. Listen, I'm not on his side at all. Milo says, Cyborg says, Taz says, no. No, absolutely not. He's rude. Tony has done it. It feels good. Yeah. It feels good. It feels good. Yeah. So, like, you know what? I don't care. Benny recently went live, and a lot of people were on there, and he was like in the US. He I don't know if he was in the US. He definitely wasn't in Ethiopia, but I pretty much feel it was in the US. And I'm just like, no, I don't trust him at all. I don't trust him at all. So, anywho, he's wrong, and she's right. And she ends up hanging up on him in conversation because he's trying to come at her like he has any cards to play. He has no dog in this fight. He does not provide any money. He's not a provider at all. Okay? She's not coming back to Ethiopia until he changes his ways. I cannot even believe he desecrated their family home by having parties and shit there and having women at his house and stuff. Like, he doesn't have a whole family who's gone for his child's health. F him. Anyways, next couple that we're going to talk about, last couple that we're going to talk about is Jenny and Sumit. So here's another episode where Sumit's mother is mad disrespectful to Jenny. Okay? Mad disrespectful. So after Sumit's mother gets to Jenny's house, the next day, after she's already disrespected her and talked about her cleaning, you know what I mean, saying, not disrespect, the house was dirty, period. So the next episode, we have the mother in the kitchen trying to show her how to make roti or naan or something, girl. And Jenny can't open the canister, and then Sumit's mother just like opens it and looks at her like she's crazy. Sumit's mother tries to act like she's not being disrespectful to Jenny, and she 100% is. Calling Jenny a grandmother. Telling Jenny that she's old and that people are going to judge her. Those people are going to judge Jenny are definitely Sumit's mother. And Sumit's father understands what's going on too. Because Sumit's father speaks English and understands English. And a lot of times that he is translating for the two of them. It doesn't make any sense. Sumit's mother is 100% the runner and the ruler of that house. And she's unabashed in her rudeness to Jenny. Okay? So last episode, they're showing her how to make food, and the mother is like, oh, you're useless. Oh, I didn't say anything rude to Jenny. What did I say that was rude to Jenny? I'm not being rude to her. I'm just telling her what other people think, but I'm not raising my voice. I'm not getting angry. I'm like, BB, just because you're not raising your voice or getting angry doesn't mean that you're not being rude AF and that Jenny can't pick up on it. And at this point, it's just a game for Jenny, and Jenny's just smiling through it. Okay? So Sumit's mother makes food, which gives Jenny diarrhea. Jenny is up all night, upset, stomach, vomiting, all that stuff. Next morning, Sumit comes to his mother and is like, Jenny's not feeling well. Her stomach is upset. And Sumit's mother said, well, we didn't hear her throwing up. And I said, bitch, you don't have to hear Jenny throwing up. Oh, well, she needs to get up because I have a lot to teach her. I've had diarrhea 3, 4, 5 times and I still get up and live my life. And I said, well, you're not a 65-year-old woman named Jenny from the United States. So if Jenny's not feeling well, she's not feeling well. Oh, get her up. No, I didn't come here for this. Get her up. I've got things to show her. She's already too old and too lame to learn anything. I've got to show her the thing. We got to drink tea and do yoga and pray. So they go into her room and she's like, I'm not feeling well. Oh, no, you're going to get up. So Sumit has to painstakingly translate for his mother. And is like, oh, you need to get up. No, I'm sorry. You got to get up. So Jenny gets up out of respect for the family, doing her very best. She's like, okay, well, I'll shower first. Let me get up. So she gets up and she's like, okay, I do feel better. It's been like a day and a half of like trauma for Jenny at this point. So she gets up to do yoga. And Sumit's mother is like, oh, you've got to do yoga in order to be healthy and be happy and live a long life for my son. So get up and do yoga. So they do yoga. Jenny's like, I don't stretch. I don't do anything. So I don't know how this is going to work. Jenny's first time doing yoga, of course, they insult her throughout the yoga. I'm just really surprised at how agile both of his parents are, first of all. That whole back bend when they were on their back and they'd like lift up, I said, okay, I see you. I see you, Sumit's mother. I see you. I really do think that Sumit's mother cannot forgive Jenny for the betrayal. The fact is that Jenny, when she first came to India, she stayed with Sumit and his parents and was there under the guise of being somebody else. And when they found out that she was actually dating their son, they were so upset. The mother was so heartbroken because her and Jenny were friends before she found out that Jenny was lying to her and that she was actually dating her son. So she cannot get over it. She's too hurt. And I understand because they lied to her. And there's no way you can get past that lie. So they go and do yoga and then they do some kind of nasal throat cleaning. And I have never seen this in my entire life. And the entire time, I was just like, I mean, they stick a thing up their nose, so far up their nose, and then go into the back of their throat and pull it out and then squeegee that shit. Each nostril. Now, I'm not saying that it was gross. I'm just saying that it couldn't be me. And they were like, how are you going to stay young and healthy if you don't do this to your throat and nose? It couldn't be me. Put it through the nose. Sorry, you want to know how it works, Milo? Put it through the nose. Stick your fingers in the back of your throat and pull it out and then squeegee that shit. I couldn't even watch it. I was like, what is happening? You know who I look like? Herman Munster's wife. What I wanted to look like was Morticia Adams. But I'm looking a little bit more like Herman Munster's wife, Lily. Lily Munster. Was she green? I can't tell because it was in black and white. I just couldn't figure out like a gray palette for myself. I mean, you guys. I was gagging. I thought you were a girl from Wicked. Alphabet. And if you care to find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. And if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying, oh no, free. To those who drown me, take a message back from me. When I am fully warmed, I can do it. For them, I can't do it. Defying gravity. I can't do it. I think I'll try defying gravity, and soon I'll match them in renown. Elphaba is her name. And nobody in all the world, no wizard that there is or was, is ever gonna break me down. Oh wow, that's real awful. I can't even say. Thank you. Liked by many. Thank you. I appreciate it. What did Nettie clean out the sinuses? Listen, that was too much. Now, I understand the benefits of it, and I'm not like angry about it or feeling like they're wrong for doing so, but I'm just saying it couldn't be me. Not in this moment in my life. I tried to get Jenny to do it, and Jenny's like, no. She's like, now. She's like, no, I'm not doing it. She's like, now, Jenny. She's like, no, I'm not doing it. Well, how will you ever be healthy? Oh, but there's blood coming out. Oh, no. That's because I haven't done it in a while. It's because the sinus is blockage. I've never seen that. And you would think that, like, Americans, culture loves to show what other people are doing, and you would think you would have seen it. Whew. Anyways, lost all the nails on this finger. I gotta take all this off. I gotta go and clean the kitchen. I have so much to do tonight, besides watch my scary movies. And my shower is going to be green. Okay. Anyways, so what happened last episode? Did I miss what happened last episode? Last episode I remember watching is the kitchen was clean. Was dirty as heck. And then after that, the mother was like, I wasn't being mean to you. I'm just telling you how other people are going to be mean to you. Then they go to bed. And then they wake up the next day. And then the mother is like, she needs to get up her lazy butt. I've had diarrhea several times. And I don't understand why she can't get out of her bed. She's going to be fine. I've survived on diarrhea. And I say, you're the one who cooked the food that gave her diarrhea. So let the woman rest. I didn't like that. I didn't understand the whole purpose of that. It was rude. I just feel like, and she's right. The mother just wants to make her look bad. And the father is there supporting the mother in her shenanigans because that's his job and that's what he's meant to do. And I said, all I want is a husband who supports me the way that Sumit's father supports Sumit's mother's shenanigans, because Sumit's mother is rude. She's pissed off at Jenny to the core. Okay? The lies have taken her and she cannot forgive Jenny for that. She can't forgive her for it. She cannot forgive her for it at all. And she's just going to continue to make Jenny feel poor and sad and bad the entire time, just making a fool out of her. The same thing with the yoga. Get up. I'm going to show you how to do yoga. Then when Jenny doesn't want to put the shit up in her nose and throw it out of her mouth, oh, something's wrong with you because you don't want to do that. Then Jenny's like, does that hurt? And she's like, no. The truth is that if it was something that was done normally, then Sumit would have done it. Sumit hasn't done it, and they've been living together for a year. Sumit hasn't done that. So why do you expect Jenny to be able to just pick it up one day and be able to do it because you do it? Nah. Nah. Jenny needs to take notes and put some laxative in that doll and see if she does yoga the next day. It's rude. I mean, I just think the families were vajayjay steaming is way more common than what they did. Ooh, vajayjay steaming. That sounds good. No one said submit was good Hindi. Hindu. Is that a Hindu thing or an Indian thing? I'm like really getting into my contour. Anyways, in this episode, I am Team Jenny, and Sumit's parents suck because they're mean. And Sumit has to interpret for his mother when he knows that his mother is being maliciously mean. And the mother's trying to pretend like she's not being. And that she didn't raise her voice and she didn't get upset. And Jenny is the one who raised her voice and got upset. And I said, just because Jenny raises her voice and gets upset doesn't mean that you weren't being petty as well. So don't try to act like it's only Jenny that's upset. You're upset too. And you're doing all this to her. Making her get up when you know she's not feeling well. Talking about, well, you get up when you have diarrhea 3-4 times. I rarely have diarrhea. If I ever had diarrhea, I'd stay my ass at home. Diarrhea is not normal. This is an entire mess. All right, you guys, I got to start drinking water because I already feel like my head is starting to compress on me. And I'm truly inebriated. Thank you guys so much. I'm gonna open my eyes. You see the whites of my eyes. I gotta take all this makeup off. I gotta go clean the kitchen because I made food. Then I gotta go wash my birdie. Then I'm gonna go watch a show that I purchased last night and didn't watch. I'm gonna go watch Hereditary. I gotta take this wig off. If you guys want to see what my full outfit look like, please go to my Instagram at Just Call Me Wah and see what that looks like. I want to thank you guys for being here and supporting me, and I hope you guys have an amazing Halloween. I am going to go live tomorrow or the next day to talk about Family Chantal, and then I'll go live on Wednesday solo to talk about Say What with Wahima, and then I'll see you guys on Friday for Love After Lockup. I'm really excited that I got 2 videos in today because it's the end of the month. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up. And also happy Dia de los Muertos for those of you guys who will be celebrating tomorrow and giving to your family, your ancestors. I got through it. I'm so proud of myself. I'm happy. You guys are proud of me too. Great. Thank you, Jasmine. Happy Halloween. This is my favorite day. Had wine. I hung out with you guys. I painted my face. I got to go clean the bathroom and the kitchen, girl, because the bathroom is a whole green mess. But I want to thank you guys. Terry, hello. How are you? I've never seen your face. A. Ford, hello. I've never seen your face either. Hello. I hope you guys are good. Antoinette. Who's Antoinette? Hi. Hello. Anna Lulu. Hello. I've never seen your name either. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for those of you guys who are in the comments section doing the Lord's work. Okay. Bye, guys. A. Ford is having a baby. I don't know what that means. Oh, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you haven't. I'm gonna sing. Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Okay, hold on. Let's be on beat. Okay. Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Yeah. Talina, have a good day. It's already the November 1st for you, Talina, huh? Oh, what is this? A zombie? I'm a glamour witch, but it's okay. I could be a zombie. Wow, go get some water, sis. You're right. I need to go get water. Guys, 111 people in this room. My nail fell. I have no more nails. I took them all off. It's too much. Okay, guys. Bye. Go on ahead and exit the room. I'm going to stay here for a while. Good night, Nikki Covender. I've never seen your name. So glad to hang around for the last minute. Sing that dang song all the time. Yay! Sing it. Thumbs, thumbs, thumbs. I think this is the most inebriated I've ever been on the live. So take it in and love it for what it is. Happy Halloween. Good night. Oh, Jennifer E. Never seen your name either. Good night, girl. Girl, this hair is rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. I need to comb it because, like, I can't even, like, separate it. Go on ahead and leave, you guys. Night-night. Night-night, Quasi. Bye, guys. Night-night, everyone. I hope you drink some water and take some vitamin D and potassium. I don't have vitamin D or potassium. Do I have vitamin D? If I do, I'll take it. I know I don't have potassium. I'm gonna drink lots of water. I gotta be up for at least another 2 hours, so. Thank you. Thank you, Miriam. Good night, Talina. I got it. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I also have migraine medication. Lisa Collins. No, you hang up first. Okay, I'll hang up first. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. People who are watching this not live are going to be so annoyed with all the tangents, but I don't care. It's my favorite holiday, so I'm fine. Good night, Joy. You hang up first. You know, Lisa, that's when you like both go to sleep at the same time. When you just like stay on the phone and you just fall asleep with your friend on the phone, and then you wake up to beep, 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 and you're like, oh shoot. Girl. Only the older millennials will know that life. Only the older millennials will know the life. You should have vitamin D. You have dark skin. Melanin stops absorption. I don't have it. Pepsid? I don't know what that is. I don't have that. I'm white, working on my levels. Okay, I'm going to hang up, and then I'm going to go. Bye. Oh, thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget to share on any social media platform that you deem fit. Have a fantastic week. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. Then I get my Beyonce on. I look so different with green skin. Okay, bye. Anyways, this is for real. Bye.